We're pleased to be here in Dubai. My name is Badi Balde. I'm the Deputy Executive Director of the EITI. I'm also Africa Director. So the United Arab Emirates is a leader in developing new technology to transform its economy from the oil and gas sector to a much more sustainable energy sector. There is an important collaboration between the United Arab Emirates and Africa to help develop African countries that are also rich in natural resources will benefit from that experience. That's why we are here. The other reason is that we have a number of countries from Africa that are joining us here today. The EITI, which is the organization I represent, is the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiatives. We work for transparency, accountability, and good governance of oil, gas, and mining across the world. We have a global standard for countries, all our member countries, to follow and guide the development of the natural resources so it benefits all their citizens. We hope that the dialogue that we'll have here this week will enable those government leaders, industry leaders, and civil society to be aware of the challenges that are posed by the energy transition and how a global standard for transparency and accountability can help them build their dialogue and develop sound policies for the future. Right now, there are 2 out of 3 people in Africa do not have access to electricity. But the population is growing very fast, and technologies are emerging now, especially with large solar plants that are being developed and more distributed technologies. Rather than depending on a central grid, there are now distributed technologies where communities produce electricity at a local level using either solar panel or modular small hydropower plant that allow them to produce electricity they need and increase their productivity. Given the rapid growth of the population in Africa, we see a huge demand, and many countries and companies need to come and invest and engage in that development. So the United Arab Emirates is an important partner for many African countries because the United Arab Emirates, as an energy exporter, it exports energy to the global market, and some of that ends up in Africa, especially refined petroleum and natural gas. It's also the case that the United Arab Emirates, because it's a large producer of electricity, there are minerals that are exported from Africa that comes to the UAE with large projects for refinement of bauxite, for example, into aluminium, which is a key material for the energy transition. And the United Arab Emirates is a big investor in that in many countries in Africa today.